Good evening, wrestling fans. I'm your host, Joey Styles, and this is the War Room. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We've got so much to get through on the week that was in the FWF, and we've got a lot to get through in the week that will be. Let's start with the things that took place this week in Fierce Wrestling. We saw the women of Fierce getting it on as the tag team tournament continued. We see Natalya getting the victory as she pins Cameron of the Power Trip. But as you can see, Cameron had the ropes. The referee missed the call. And believe me, there's going to be fallout from that one. Moving ahead, we saw one of the most decimating finishing moves ever, as we saw Nia Jax come off the top rope down on Brie Bella to advance Vicious and Delicious to the finals this week in Fierce. It was just 5 nights earlier at NXT TakeOver that Becky Lynch became the new Fierce Women's U.S. Champion. She would have her return match against Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss now becomes the first ever 2-time U.S. Women's Champion. We also saw the Fierce Women's Champion Bayley going one-on-one with Dana Brooks with Stephanie McMahon in her corner. McMahon would use a steel chair to try and gain an advantage for Dana Brooks in this non-title matchup. But Bayley wouldn't have any part of it, taking her frustrations out on the billionaire princess herself, ramming her into the steel steps. However, a distraction later on would lead to the eventual pinfall victory by Dana Brooks. On Shotgun Saturday night, Sting was scheduled to go up against William Regal. However, when Shawn Michaels showed up at ringside, that distraction proved too much and Sting would lose the match. Making his return was Psycho Sid, and he took it to another level when he single-handedly beat both Lucha Dragons. Saturday night's main event, huge events taking place. Opening contest, the FWF Heavyweight Championship, and despite a Stone Cold Stunner, it would be Cactus Jack as the new champion, defeating Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sid continued his new reign of terror, power-bombing Andre the Giant, and the Ultimate Warrior dispatched Dude Love and Savio Vega. The FWF Tag Team Championship was on the line when the Hollywood Blondes would go up against 2 members of the Nation of Domination, and D'Lo Brown and Kama Mustafa would come out as the new FWF Tag Team Champions. In the match we've been waiting for, Sting once again going one-on-one with the European champion, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Would it be enough? He got him in the Scorpion Death Drop. Drops Michaels on his head, but Michaels would launch Sting up into the air, catch him with sweet chin music. And as they say, the rest is elementary. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, would retain the European Championship at the expense of the Stinger. The LWF Championship inside the steel cage. Bret the Hitman Hart, Macho Man Randy Savage, both men taking falls from the cage. But it would be the Macho Man Randy Savage who would climb the cage, get over, and escape with the LWF Championship wrapped around his waist. And then earlier in the night, we knew The Undertaker had been called out, but we didn't know by whom. As he made his approach, all of a sudden, the appearance of Hollywood Hogan. We hadn't seen Hollywood Hogan in over 2 months since the Last Man Standing match, where The Undertaker looked like he ended his career. Hogan wasn't going to take it lying down, taking a steel chair and fracturing the ribs of The Undertaker, giving him payback for everything that happened in that match, including putting him through a table at ringside. However, The Undertaker would summon all that energy he has with a choke slam and go on to be victorious. Have we heard the last of Hollywood Hogan now? Nobody knows for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the week that was. Now it's time to look at the week coming up here in the FWF. We broke the news last week that Bruno Sammartino, the president of the FWF, has given complete control this Saturday. There will be no Shotgun Saturday night. Instead, he has given control of Saturday night to Paul Heyman, and he is going to deliver a November to Remember. In the opening contest, you're going to see the Lucha Dragons and their tag team partner, Jushin Thunder Liger, and they will take on the formidable team of Rob Van Dam, Sabu, and Sami Zayn. In another match, you're going to see Cactus Jack, the Sandman, and Brian Pillman as they go up against Bam Bam Bigelow, Chris Jericho, and Edge. From there, the Wyatt family. Who'd be crazy enough to go up against them? How about Team 3D and Tommy Dreamer? Keep in mind, these are all going to be hardcore matches, even when we see Kevin Owens go one-on-one with CM Punk. If that wasn't enough, we're going to see X-Pac from DX, and he is going to go one-on-one with Finn Balor from the NXT. Finally, one of our main events, Samoa Joe one-on-one goes against the Human Suplex Machine, Taz. And finally, resurrecting the ECW Championship in a Stairway to Hell match, the champion, Rhino, brings the belt out of retirement and puts it up against Mikey Whipwreck and the man he never fairly beat, Superstar Steve Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to truly be a November to remember.